Hello everyone, and welcome back to Silverstone. Look, there's a main menu is a thingy thing. This is different from last time, right? I'm pretty sure it is. If it's not, I'm gonna look like an idiot. That's fine. That's fine. You all are here for that. You all are definitely here for that. So let's get into the new thingy thing, right? So let's get new content. Look at that, it's a bar. Yeah, we're all here with our friends doing the bar things. We're gonna have a great day. Nothing weird is gonna happen. And our main character is Zeke, right? Was that his name? It's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute, okay? You can't blame me. You totally can. But I won't listen. We're immediately met by the eyes of Silverstone residents when the sunlight dims. Excuse me. Some piercing through the darker parts of the establishment. For such an empty town, Sam's is packed full of people. Most of them look like they're in their 50s or 60s, probably too afraid to face change after the Exodus. Despite the amount of people, the bar looks neglected. Some corners of the room are pitch black. The floor is sticky with fur pasted on it? Okay. Is that how is that pronounced, guys? I don't know. I don't know at all. And only one of the pinball machines is lit. Jake has already strolled over to the bar. The only other people sitting there are a walrus, and a clearly drunken Tigor. That's pretty cute. Both sneer at him. The raccoon doesn't seem to notice, though. Instead, he's scratching his arm, and I can see his mouth twitching, as if he's muttering something. I wish Jake would kick his smoking habit, but the one cigarette might have been the key to calming him down after all. Silas June and Chelsea Kelsey has already picked a table for us. The two chairs have been carelessly dragged over and are now standing in the way of the other people in the bar. June's face is buried deep in a menu, while Silas, yes, it's Silas, right? Yes, stares at the artwork on the wall. Oh, is he an artsy boy? Would we have a good time going to a cute little gallery? I think that might be fun with the big old bear. It depicts what looks to be a pioneer settling down in Silverstone, although the surrounding wallpaper is becoming a bit worn. Mason nudges my side with a concerned expression on his face as I'm pulled away from my thoughts. All right, we have expressions. That was in the 1.5 build, right? We now have little expressions. That's cute. That's cute. An old vixen and someone whom I can only assume to be her son glare at me as they wait for me to move from the exit. Sorry. The woman lets out an exasperated scoff as I move, though her son seems more tired than anything. The brief burst of light blinds me as we're illuminated by pinks and blues once again. Let's just order drinks and then check out the menu, okay? Look at this little scruffy boy. Yeah, sure. Seeing Mason so spent in the morning feels unnerving. Look, sometimes you just got bad sometimes you wake up and you just, roll out of bed, stroll to the toilet, do a bit of a vomit, and, then you're ready for the day, right? And then you're good. You're good. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're not good. It is what it is. I'm trying to find something to say that would cheer him up, but my mind comes up as dark as the corners of the building itself. He gave me a grin, though, as if he knew what I was thinking about. The dog shoves his hands into his shorts before heading to the bar. I follow along while trying to avoid as many customers' gazes as possible. Jake doesn't seem to notice us as we approach, his face quickly morphing into a scowl as he digs his digits into his fur. Sorry. As Mason is about to talk to him, he suddenly turns to the bar, opting to pursue the drinks while waiting for the bartender to come our way. Against my better judgment, I put my hand on Jake's back. He briefly flinches before going back to scratching his arm. Jake? You're gonna hurt yourself if you keep doing that. Hey! I'm not asking you to stop. I'm telling you to. Jake cocks an eyebrow at me, letting a deep sigh escape him. He rests his hand on the bar before stretching his body across it. That was oddly easy. I sit down next to him, the three of us awkwardly darting our eyes around as we wait. It feels like no matter where I look, someone's eyes are on me. Mason's patient ends as he flags down the bartender. He towers over the rest of us, and I can swear his fingers brush against the ceiling as he waves. My anxiety spikes as I feel something poke my arm, but it's just Jake. He's holding a pink straw in his left hand and reaches across his other arm to prod me. Jesus! You could have said something, man. Sorry, Well, I don't think you'd be so on edge. Jake's expression is genuinely guilty. He tries to save face with a teasing tone, but it's a bit more pitiful than usual. You and Kelsey are making us all tense, man. I thought we were gonna talk. Talk to her. I try to keep my frustration quiet, but some of the volume squeaks out past the whispers. And Jake brings his arms in, half burying his face into them. I know. I am, Hey! Get your head off the table, of the bar. Oh, look at this lad. Oh, he's got a scruffy little hair for. You let you tussle his little thing. The hair. The bartender finally arrives, cleaning a glass before flicking Jake's forehead. He doesn't seem pissed, more so annoyed, if anything. If you're gonna have a lover's quarrel, take it somewhere else. I have business to do here. Jake tries to retort, but withdraws himself into himself rather quickly. A giant groan bellows out of him as he swivels away from the bar. I can see him shivering as he starts to walk away, and I almost fall out of my own chair trying to tug on his jacket. Hey, dude! He's not kicking you out or anything. Zeke? That made me flinch. The raccoon's tone is sharp and serious, without any playfulness or added sarcasm. I really need to talk to you. Come out back within the next 5 minutes if you can. What? Jake? The raccoon speeds outside before I can get more details. I manage to spot him pulling out his pack of cigarettes before he exits the bar, though. The fuck? Keep it down a bit, will ya? Wiping my head to the bartender, I finally get a good look at him. He's relatively well dressed for a small place like this. Well, uniforms are uniforms, man. His stare is cold, jaded, an uncaring air swirls around him. His towel, the one he's using to clean glasses, is now draped over his shoulder. Mason, in the meanwhile, is sipping on some coke, disengaging from the situation at hand. He seems to be more at ease. I can't say I blame him, though. I'm fine if you say shit, fuck, or whatever. My other customers might not be, though. Your friend will be okay after a smoke or two. With a charming personality? No, what a charming personality. Anyway, your other friend here said you were planning on going 3 pairs of silver bullets for your table back there. Mason looks away as he says that. He never did like people calling He never did like people calling us friends instead of brothers. Yeah, we heard there was a special or something. I assume you want to hear the urban legend behind it then. Aw, Mason's ears instantly perk up, making him turn back to the bartender, his tail wagging furiously, as I have to move my leg away not to get hit. I want to hear it. Stories like that are fascinating to me. The bartender's brow lowers in exasperation, as he pinches his brow before dipping under the bar. God, I hate giving this stupid speech. His whisper doesn't escape my ears. The man returns from the underworld with 6 cocktails glasses, as well as 3 bottles. There is also a metal glass that I don't recognize, probably due to my inexperience with alcohol. He pops open 2 of the bottles, one full of amber liquid and the other clear, before pouring them into the metal glass. The sound of ice clicks out, and I can tell he's eyeballing the proportions. Our attention is turned away, however, as he begins the story. When in the 1910s, people started to move to Silverstone after in Arkansas, a fox stumbled upon a cave of silver silver vines. Veins? Veins! Yes, what it is. Essentially, it was a much smaller California gold rush. Still brought attention to the town, though. So miners would often work long hours and sneak in alcohol to drink during the night. Oh, that sounds extremely dangerous. The bartender puts his hands on the mixing glass, finally pulling the bar spoon out of it. He gives it a taste, wincing before putting it in the tub of water. Said the burn kept them up at night. We all know they just wanted to get wasted, though. Anyway, in one of the mines close by, they often stashed their unfinished bottles to later pool them together during the longer nights. The night this drink was finally created saw the birth of a romance and the death of 2 miners. Having poured the cocktail into 6 glasses, the bartender begins to rind off of a lemon to garnish the drink. It's a rind. Okay, they got there. One of the miner's daughters arrived to try and bring her father home for some rest. She met one of the younger workers and they hit it off. Got married by spring. Turns out he treated her to this right here. His nail taps against the glass, a small ping ringing through the air before he returns to making lemon twists. However, her father, aka his superior, didn't exactly give love that day. They had the drink over a talk about payment that turned violent. By morning, folks were cleaning their bodies up from the bottom of a mine elevator. I try to look for something to say, but just the thought of 2 men falling that far down makes me ill. Mason just looks as disgusted with a hint of incredulousness creeping through. His eyes dart to the dirty bar floor as he lets out a violent cough. Don't worry, it's probably a load of crap. Sensationalism sells. Probably. Do you want customers to buy your food or not? I'd rather be naked at home right now, but life kicks you in the balls. This lad's great. This lad's great, guys. Mason swivels on his foot and walks over to the pinball machine. I can't blame him. This bartender hasn't exactly been the cheerful sort. But yeah, that's the silver bullet. A drink that bonds souls forever. It's kind of creepy that it actually works, though. I've served a few couples who were total strangers when they first met here. Yeah. I call bull, man. All I'm saying is, be careful who you share your drink with. Not on me if you make the wrong choice. Like a dark messenger, the bartender disappears into the shadows of the bar. In front of me are 6 drinks. Gin, whiskey, and lemon twists about to fall out of their glasses. I swear I could see the drinks smoking, but the haze disappears after I blink. I chalk it up to just me being completely drained already. I pick up 2 of the cocktails, swirl the ones I'll give to someone to my right, in my right hand. That's what that says. I don't like the idea of my fate being tied to someone else's. It doesn't help that there's so much tension right now. Fuck. Fuck! Who am I even supposed to give this to? Oh, it has like everyone listed. That's weird. We're going with the raccoon. It seems you've chosen a route that's not yet in. No! Tragedy! Would you like to go back to the route split? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm assuming. Are you okay? We'll do Mason. We'll do Mason today, guys. I was so excited to spend quality time with Jake. That's my fault for not reading the patch notes, guys. That's my fault. No, I look over to Mason at the pinball machine while debating giving the cocktail to him. Loud thumps ring throughout the air as he hammers the button on the right side. Is it faulty? Silas sidles up to the counter with June, each taking 2 of the drinks. June returns to the table relatively quickly, though he isn't good at hiding the groan that he lets out. Oh yeah, what did we do for Silas?
You holding up all right?
Mostly. Just thinking about maybe sharing this special with Mason.
Oh.
Silas tries to turn back to the table quickly, but the disappointment in his eyes makes me pause before he leaves. Hey, you alright? He doesn't turn to face me when he responds.
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Of course, him saying that just makes me worry about the big bear. I start to go after him, but a small smirk he gives me over his shoulder catches me off guard.
With the urban legend, I just thought we could do this together. And then I could.
Silas's comment is interrupted by a loud bang that causes everyone, even the bartender, to look at the entrance. Jake is standing in front of the light, coming in from the outside through the stature. His stature makes the appearance more comical than menacing.
What?
The customers go back to drinking and talking with each other through the slowness. It makes me think it was more out of disinterest than because of his barking. Man, I'm just imagining, like, Jake, like, just going like, I'm walking here. I don't know, man. I have the worst sense of humor. Jake comes to us, his entire gait completely agitated, before brashly, that's what it says. Brashly taking the drink from Silas. The bear tries to stammer something out before withdrawing it into himself.
I'll take these to the table for you. And Zeke.
Yeah?
I.
The raccoon scrunches his eyes to close as he takes a big breath. When he exhales, one of the drinks fogs up a bit. He doesn't hesitate to take a sip.
Talk to me once this is over, alright?
Yeah, okay. I watch as Jake gives Kelsey the other drink at the table. He fidgets as he sits down, rapidly hammering his foot against the floor of his drink before... Wait. Hammering his foot against the floor, okay, as he drinks more of the cocktail. Trying to get the conversation back on track, I turn back to Silas and pat his arm, albeit a bit awkwardly. So, you were... What were you saying?
What? Oh. I lost my train of thought. Sorry, I'm just gonna...
There he goes. The bear just, did a backflip out of there. The bear doesn't even finish his sentence. Instead, he slides my hand off his arm and sits down next to June, who offers his remaining drink to him. Now, even if I don't want to give Mason the silver bullet, I'd have no choice. I can't help but wonder what's with everyone today as I head over to the pinball machine. Mason's concentration is so intense that he doesn't even notice me approaching with the drink. I glance at the score on the back board, and it's abysmal, to say the least. Oh no, he's bad at pinball, just like me! I finally get his attention. What is this face? What is... Okay. I finally get his attention when he whacks me in the stomach while preparing to hit the flipper again. I can't help but hack out puffs of air as the game over sound begins to play. Mason picks me up by my armpits as I start to fall. He takes the drink out of my hand. The drinks? Yes, both of them. While I attempt to catch my breath.
Oh, crap. Are you okay?
Never better. I struggle to spit out that reply. Leaning against one of the broken machines, Mason's confused look stares back and forth between the glasses.
Do you want to share the special with me?
He half laughs as he says that. Hearing it out loud makes me realize how weird it sounds. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Jake and Kelsey are acting weird. I think Silas wanted to share with me, but Jake fucked him over. Plus, it's been hard to get a read on June this whole trip.
But the whole thing about these is that our fates will be tied together once we drink them. Signed, sealed, delivered, no take-backsies. You don't want to do that with someone you could like. I don't know, date or something.
I can feel my face and ears heat up as Mason jokes about that. If I wasn't leaning against the machine, my tail would have shot up like a cartoon character. Shut up, man. Look, just think of it like us celebrating seeing each other again. That story can't actually be real, right?
All right. I'll drink already.
Mason hands me one of the glasses as we clink them together. He pretty much downs it in one gulp, but I let out a nasty cough as the alcohol burns my insides. The dog rubs my back before returning to the pinball machine, sliding more quarters into the barely functioning contraption. He isn't as fierce as earlier, though, no longer hammering the side buttons. If anything, he looks distracted. What's up?
Huh? Oh, it's just, you look really tired is all.
I feel really tired, that's for sure. I could only groan and fall back onto one of the machines, quickly earning the ire of a regular. I'm not, physically tired. Emotionally drained, maybe? I just wish the others would get over their bullshit already, so we can have a fun vacation. The chimes and the bells of the machine fall silent before Mason pulls me up. He looks deadly serious, his smile completely wiped off his face.
Okay, I think we need to go back to the motel now.
What? No, Mason, that's not what I'm saying.
Face it, Zeke. No one is having fun right now. I don't need to look at the others to know that. I can practically feel it from over here.
So you want to walk all the way to the motel when the day has just barely started?
We can play cards or some games. Better than being stuck in Drama Central.
I'm almost taken aback by Mason's tone. It's more authoritative, bitter even. I guess he feels partially responsible since he was the one who proposed the idea of the trip in the first place. Still, though.
Did you bring any multiplayer games with you?
What, did you think I, brought a console or something? Why, anytime I leave the house, I always have my box full of, my card game decks. But, that's different. That's me being, a pathetic person. What the fuck was that for? We don't even need to turn to figure out what happened. Kelsey's voice is almost feral as she screams. It isn't even out of annoyance, but sheer, unbridled rage. I'm almost afraid to peer over Mason's shoulder to see what's going on, but staying out of this doesn't seem like an option. Oh, they arguing. Look over there. Zeke's kind of cute in this. This makes Mason look a lot bigger, a bit wider, you know. Kelsey's fangs are bared as she stares Jake down. His face is full of confusion, but equally charged with anger. I can see the left arm of his coat is wet, probably from the glass knocked over on the table. Silas and June look downward frightened. The bomb that's been building up over the past few days seems to have finally become unstable, with the entire bar watching its explosion.
Sorry I hit the glass you placed right next to my arm, dipshit.
Oh, it's my fault then. Yeah, because everything in your life is my fault, isn't it, Jake?
What the? That's not remotely what I fucking said.
Mason didn't even hesitate, his presence already telling me that he is not going to let this happen. He he storms over to the table, and I briefly catch him letting out a light growl.
Both of you, shut it!
Oh, look at these angry boys! And Kelsey. Angry boy. Oh my god, this tells me that we can get him red-pilled and chokerfied.
What the hell is wrong with you two? Don't you remember what the bartender said, Jake?
As I hurried over to the table, I noticed the fire in Mason's eyes. Seeing him so enraged makes me stumble back. Then I noticed what caused the argument. Kelsey's right shoulder and arm are soaked in the remains of her drink. She furiously attempts to pat herself dry, but the smell of alcohol sticks to her like glue.
Well? I just knocked over her drink. It was an accident. This obviously isn't about the stupid drink anymore, Jake.
Stupid? Mason seems pretty into the whole idea last night. Is this how he really feels? Of course it's not.
Well then, what is it, Kelsey? Tell the whole fucking bar what you think. You say the word one more time and I swear to God. Oh, like you could hurt anyone, Mason.
Okay, this is what I really think of you.
Huh?
The rest of us stare at Kelsey, confused. She's snarling and chuckling to herself as I can practically hear the bomb dropping on their table. You're a selfish, inconsiderate, and downright creepy asshole.
What the hell are you going on about? Hell, I could say the same thing about you.
You haven't changed since we left this shithole of a town. Your parents were abusive assholes. Big friggin' whoop. It doesn't mean you get to be awful to everyone else.
What did you just say to me?
Jake looks like he's about to jump over the table and claw at Kelsey. I want to shut them up, but I can't help but feel like I need to hear the full story. Silas and June slide out of their seats and make a beeline for the exit. The bartender is staring straight at us, his gaze full of rage. I can see his knuckles turn white under his fur, and I gulp as I turn back to the others. Guys, we need to quiet...
You're not the saint you make yourself out to be either, Kelsey.
Oh, yeah.
You're such a hypocrite. You knew that. Yeah, my parents sucked, but your parents were strict as hell, and you used that as a shield for how you act.
That's different.
Is it, though? Is it?
Guys, shut the hell up.
Oh, I know. Let's have some fun. Right here, right now. Why don't you tell Zeke why you want him by your side 24/7? You don't exactly have the best poker face, and wherever Zeke and I are around each other, you always look like you want to tear my guts out.
First, why don't you tell Zeke about the messages you sent me?
Wait, messages? What are you two talking about? Shut your trap, Kelsey.
Jake tries to sound threatening, but his voice trembles as he tries to get Kelsey to stop. I love the man, but he really needs to learn when to shut the fuck up. What's the matter? I can't deal with the consequences of your actions. Can't deal with the fact that you texted me at 2 a.m. asking how is he, and that you would die if I didn't pick you up from the airport.
Daya.
You're a fucking creep, Jake. You only wanted to go on this trip to get your dick wet.
Listen,
Can you all just shut the fuck up? The entire bar stares at me. I grasp my throat after taking a few deep breaths. That yell was guttural, almost inhuman. Unsurprisingly, the bartender walks over to us. He whacks my neck with a towel, and I shiver as the sharp pain flows up my head.
You four, get out of my bar.
Gladly. Kelsey storms her way out, the patrons averting their gaze as she makes her way to the exit. Jake, however, is trembling.
Daya, I'm not.
The raccoon is looking at me the entire time, as if he's about to break down. He wipes his eyes before running out of the back exit, probably to avoid Kelsey.
You two as well. Get out.
Mason looks remorseful, scanning the bar as if to say he's sorry. He taps my shoulder, and I set my drink down on the sticky table. Sorry.
Save it. Get out.
Mason grabs my shoulder and guides me to the exit as I begin to space out from the fight. I just want everyone to stop staring at me. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it, guys? But I'll be ending the part here, everyone. So I do hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.